Welcome to the Thurby Waxing Show. For those of you, I'm Becca. Today's topic is, how to increase income with less than 10 current clients. So, December is all for my estheticians and cosmetologists and nail techs. And so, hey, Pure Look Salon. Welcome back to the Thurby Waxing Show. How are you? Good to see you. So that's what December is all about. I'm going to get into announcements, and then we're going to get into the topic, which is up on the screen. 3 ways to... can you bring this down? Yeah, you can. How to increase your income with less than 10 clients. Hello. So let's get into announcements. We are listening to you at the salon. Hey, Pure Look Salon. So happy to be broadcasting in your salon. It's cool. So let's get into announcements, and then we'll get into content, because I got 3 good ones for you, and I kind of want to break them down. So if I don't get through all 3 of them today, I really want to break down each of them. So it depends on, how the live goes. So the first announcement is, and I just got someone on my feed asking me this question, like, oh, are the pads shipped out yet? For the Black Friday sale, the pads are not shipped out yet. I have been working on them. Like, my whole living room is kind of a mess because I'm packing orders, but I promise the orders will go out tomorrow. I thought I was going to get it done today, but I do like to pack each package with care, and so it is taking me a bit of time, but you will get your packages, and I'm super excited for those of you who chose to take care of your skin. Hey, Lavish Hustle, welcome to the Thurby Waxing Show. Hey, Beyond the Scout, welcome to the Thurby Waxing Show. So that's the first announcement. The second announcement I have for you is, I talked about this yesterday. So I have a mini course that goes into a lot of different things. And since I've been doing Pick My Brain calls with you guys, I've noticed some things that you need help with. And I've been letting you know, the mini course is coming for open enrollment, and it's going to be cheaper, or you can get it on sale. And so today's that day. It's going to be on sale all of December, but right now is the lowest price point. But what it's helping you with is building your price sheets in Canva. I've talked about it before on the show, but you definitely want to have some kind of digital sheet or digital list of your prices. So when you meet people, literally, I've had somebody ask me for my information, doing all kinds of things. Like at CVS, I'll start talking about Brazilian waxing, and then I need to somehow give them my information. It's easy for me because my Instagram is so active. But if you don't have an active Instagram, you can always do digital price sheets. And the great thing about it is if you email it or text it to somebody or email it to them, you have their contact, so you can follow up with them. Like afterwards, you can say, hey, it was great meeting you. I wanted to see if you had any questions about my services, like any services that stick out to you. I can always answer questions. And that's a great way to have a client. So in the mini course, the first lesson is teaching you how to create price sheets in Canva. The second lesson is the booking system. So again, I've talked about on the show, it's very important to have a booking system so people can book you while you're sleeping or while you're with other clients. It is a great feeling to get people to book you, or you wake up to bookings. Like when I first started really gaining clientele on my own, it was just like, you feel some type of way when you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I have 3 new bookings, and it's people I don't even know. Like it's just such a feeling. So that's the second lesson, how to set it up. I go into step by step how to set it up. The third lesson is it's either following up or networking. I think it's networking. Networking and how to network with people on social media, as well as people that you work with. So if you work in a salon suite, I'm going to highly recommend that you get to know the people in the suite that also rent. And I just talk about different ways to do that and different ways to market so you can tap into their clientele. And then let's see, the fourth one's following up. You guys know I talk about following up all the time, how important it is. And we talked about it last night as well. And I just talked about it with meeting somebody in CVS. Following up is so important. And then getting your friends and family to pay for your services as well. So that's just a little breakdown of the mini course. It's open right now for enrollment at a very, very low price. So you can click the link in the bio. It's the second button to check it out. It'll be that price till tomorrow, and then it goes up. Well, tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. and then it goes up Friday. All right, so I'm gonna intro the show, and then we're gonna get into the topic: the 3 things you can do to increase your income if you have less than 10 clients. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. I am Becca, a pro waxer, skin therapist, and licensed esthetician since 2010. I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, and ingrowns through full body waxing, chemical peels, facials, and products. I have my own product line that helps people with those things. And that is the acne and ingrown pads and the fruit enzyme pads. I don't have fruit enzyme with me. I've been packing orders today, but they are chemical exfoliants, so they are great for sensitive skin, and you can use them on your face and body. Like I said earlier, orders will go out tomorrow. I just got to finish. I have all these pink packages together. It's all good. I also help estheticians start their own product line, start their own salon suite, attract clients, which we're talking about this month, and improve their waxing technique. I've been the regional trainer for a large waxing franchise and a lead esthetician and pro waxer at a high-end gym in Newport Beach, California. So those are some things that you may like, oh, what makes her qualified? Those are some things that may help. I go live Wednesday through Friday, giving you information on waxing, skincare information, and also attracting clients. If you want to know when I go live about waxing, you can join the Wax Lounge on Instagram at 3B Waxing. It's free to join. And then if you want to know when I go live about skincare and skincare ingredients, you can join the lab. And then if you want to know when I go live about attracting clients, especially in December, because I will be sending other tips and stuff to the email, and like breaking down the videos into the smaller tips to the email when I have time. I'll be doing that to Salon T. Also, you will get first dibs on because I think I'm gonna do a special for December with a few things to help you guys attract clients. So you get first dibs on that when you're on the Salon T list. All right, so let's get into it. The 3 things to do. Okay, so I posted recently like my background because I haven't really talked a lot about when I actually started the salon, 3B Waxing, and I did August 2017. That's what I posted recently, what my salon looked like in August 2017 and what it looked like in 2018. And I did not have a lot of clientele. I'm not originally from California. The other thing is I was talking about yesterday is I worked at 2 places while I was getting my salon ready. And those places were, it had to be at least 14 miles. I gotta go on Google Maps and look, but it was very far. So it wasn't like I moved close near to one of my jobs so my clients could move over. And to top it off, I also was charging a lot more. Like at the time where I was working, well, one of the places I was working. So one of the places I was working, a Brazilian was $47. And then the other place I was working, a Brazilian was $70. And then I moved, I had my own place that I was charging $60 for a Brazilian. So most of my clientele was at the $47 Brazilians. And so a few of them did move over. Shout out to those clients who moved over. But, you know, it wasn't a lot of clients that moved over. So I really had to grow my clientele kind of from scratch. And I want to preference this with, when I started my salon or started my business, the person I was rented from, they said they had a lot of clientele, and they were a spray tan business. And there was another girl who was a hairstylist, and they had been in business for longer. And so, when I was talking to them, they're like, we have a lot of people who are interested in Brazilian waxing. It's going to be a great transition. So I was really relying on those clients. Well, let me tell you, I have one person that came for me through them, but she had stopped going to them, but she heard about me from them. But I didn't have any clientele from them. So you can imagine how upset I was. But I'm very thankful, because literally now anywhere I go, I know how to build a clientele from scratch. So that I want to preference that, because these things will really work for you to make more money. And yesterday I talked about how to attract clients with less than 10. Literally, that's what I've done. So it wasn't like I was having a bunch of clientele from where I was working. Some did come. As I moved closer in Santa Ana area, some other clients came. That's why I think it's important to stay in contact with people. But I was literally out here hustling. I guess the word is I was hustling. Okay, so, but let's talk about ways to increase from the clients you already have. So one thing that I have noticed that salons do when I was working for them, but also something you can incorporate if you are just, a one-man show, is to offer your current clients some new service that they've never tried. So when companies do it, they'll usually say, oh, these kind of services you can choose from. If your client hasn't had it, they can get it for free. Well, if you work for yourself, you can customize it, which is so fun when you start working for yourself. You find out what people really want. So if someone's coming to you for let me think of one that's this one happens all the time, so I'll make it. So if somebody's coming to you for Brazilian waxing, they know about waxing. You've been talking to them about waxing quite often. More than likely, they're probably going to really enjoy the benefits of underarm waxing and understand the benefits of underarm waxing more than somebody who shaves their Brazilian. Hey, Inspired Beauty Spa LLC, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. So you're going to want to, the word is upsell is what they call it. That's a definition I'm going to post about for those of you who don't know. But it's basically upselling. And sometimes when I talk to estheticians and when I used to train at companies, I'd be like, well, why aren't you upselling? And it would be like the fear of sounding salesy. That's a huge one I get. It's like, I don't want to sound salesy. It's okay. That's what we'll work on. So this is how you do it. You just offer them the service for free. And this is the language you would use. Actually, I'll give 2 examples because I think of one specifically that I did when I was in the salon this year for our nose wax, but I'll first do the underarm example. So say you're giving, the Brazilian wax, and you do it pretty often. You're like, well, you'll be listening to your client and they'll tell you why they get Brazilian wax. So you find out the reasons why they get wax. And then I just asked oh, have you thought about getting your underarms waxed? And then they'll tell you their reasoning why they want it. A lot of times it's just they don't know the benefits. So just shoot out the benefits of whatever service you want to offer them. And then what I say is, well, I have some extra time, and I would love to give you your first underarm wax, no cost on me, and then see how you like it. Literally, this like method makes me get a client who becomes an underarm waxing client. I've done it with the nose waxing when I'm doing someone's Brazilian, because I'm sure if you are, working in the salon, people ask you all kinds of questions like, oh, does this hurt? Does that hurt? I'm like, no, it doesn't hurt at all. Now, if you don't want to give a service for free, which I just highly recommend giving it to them for free, they can try it out. And then if they like it, they'll just rebook it. But if you don't want to give it for free, you can be like, you can just say, you just say the same thing. I have some extra time. Would you want to add it on as a service? And then they'll just let you know. But if you don't feel comfortable selling, give it for free, and then the next time they'll do it. I think the reason why giving it for free works so well is because, one, there's a plan with giving it for free, right? Like, you are giving it because you're hoping that they love it and that they'll continue to get the service. And then the other thing is it makes you not feel like you're too salesy. So, and adding on services like that is inexpensive. Now, let's say leg waxing. If you want some more leg waxes in your life, or something that's like a heavy price point, at least my leg waxes are $85. Then I would just mention leg waxing every time they came in. So I would be like, if they were coming in for a Brazilian, I would just be like, the first time they come in, I would be like, oh, have you thought about waxing anything else? And if they were like, oh, I've thought about my legs. As soon as they said legs, then I would go off of that every time I saw them. So I would be like, I know this sounds like is everyone following me? I know I'm going kind of fast, but like, it's like a long-term, I say game, like it's some type of game, but it's a long-term marketing strategy. Let me know if you're following me. Give me a 1 if you're following me, and then give me a 2 if this is helpful. So 1 if you're following me, a 2 if this is helpful, and then a 1 and a 2 if how do I say it? SSANZ said yeah. Okay, perfect. Yes, perfect. Thank you. Isa said yeah. 1. Okay, cool. So you're following. So if they said, I've thought about leg waxing. Alana said 1 and 2 is 6. Okay, cool, perfect. Thank you so much for the ones and 2s and 1s and 2s. So people are going to tell you what they want, right? So anytime someone tells me something, like they're interested in something, I keep it in the back of my head. Now, if you're like new and you can't remember all that stuff, then just start writing little notes. So when I worked for other companies, I would write little notes about my clients. I actually had a binder every time I worked somewhere, and some places gave you like an end of the day sheet and some places didn't, but I would just make little notes on my clients and like things they told me. As I've gotten like used to it and been in the industry for a while, I don't really need notes. I'll just remember, oh, they're interested in leg waxing. So I would say, oh, it's not, that's not that bad. And then I would be like, hey, if you wanted to try it, just let me know. I can schedule some extra time so we can get you in for a leg waxing. Say they don't book it, they're like, oh, I'll think about it. What I would really do, and I would recommend this if you have email lists, then I would just start talking about the benefits of leg waxing in emails. If you don't have an email system, then I would just follow up with them. Hey, it was so good to see you. This is the follow-up email if you're not following. Hey, it was so good to see you. I hope you are staying on top of your exfoliating after your wax. I look forward to seeing you for your next wax in 4 weeks. I know you mentioned being interested in leg waxing. So I wanted to give you some articles about it and the benefits of it. And I want to let you know, if you did want to do it, you would use this exfoliating scrub that I love and my clients love to exfoliate right before your appointment. So you send that, then they come in again. Say they still haven't booked, but they're thinking about it. Literally saying it to you, I literally feel like it's a game, but it's not. It's really helping people get to their goal, because a lot of people just need to be explained benefits and the information. So what's a good email system? I started out with MailChimp, but I now use ConvertKit just because I have so many different people that I talk to and I like to segment it. And then also Acuity, the booking system that I was talking about, which I am teaching about Acuity in the mini course. I don't know if I talked about that earlier. If you join the mini course, I'm going to show you how to set up Acuity. But Acuity has a follow-up email system that automatically follows up with your clients. So for those of you who had calls with me yesterday, you will get emails today automatically of me following up. I wrote the emails. It's just I'm not pressing the actual send button. So they come in for their next appointment. I'm like, hey, they're getting waxed, and I would just start talking about a person. So say that person is interested in leg waxing because they hate shaving their legs during the winter, and they want something like something that'll help. I would talk about in that thing. I'd be like, I'd be like, you know what? I was thinking of a client, or I was thinking of you the other day because I have another client who waxes her legs and her hair has thinned out so much. And I feel like you would really benefit from the hair thinning out because you don't really like waxing your legs in the winter. Or you don't like shaving your legs in the winter. And then you're probably going to get them to book. You really were going to get them to book the first time you mention it, most likely. The more you get confident with it. The moment you said, oh, I have some extra time, you want to do your full leg? Or if you don't have time to do a full leg, or if they're like unsure, you'd be like, oh, I have some extra time. You want to do half the leg to see if you like it? I mean, we're already down here anyways. So those are some of the things that you can start incorporating in your salon that are going to, for real, increase your sales. Because if you can add just another service on every client that you have, say you have only 10 clients, you can add $50 service to each of those clients a month. What's that? 50 times 10, it's $500 every month. That's like extra income. And it's not that difficult. It really isn't. So that's the first one. Any questions about that? I'm going to reset, and then we'll go into the second one. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. Welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3B Waxing Show. I am Becca, a pro waxer, skin therapist, and licensed esthetician since 2010. I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, and ingrowns through full body waxing, chemical peels, facials, and products. I have my own product line, which is my exfoliating pads that help you with all those things I mentioned before. And then they're chemical exfoliants, so they're good for sensitive skin. You can use them on your face, body, and bikini line, because that's how I originally started them. And they can be shipped out to the US, the UK, Canada, the UAE, and the Netherlands. I also help estheticians start their own product line. I've helped a lot of estheticians start their own product line. And especially this year, since we had this whole, crazy year, and estheticians really need to start selling products. Start their own product line, start their own salon suite, attract clients, which we were talking about today, and then improve their waxing technique. Some things that make me qualified and you might be interested in knowing about me is that I have been the regional trainer at a large waxing franchise. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. And then the lead esthetician and pro waxer at a high-end gym in Newport Beach in California. I go live Wednesday through Friday giving free information on waxing, skincare ingredients, and then esthetician business and esthetician career information. If you want to know when I go live about waxing, you can join the Wax Lounge. It's free to join. Click the link in my Instagram bio at 3B Waxing, and you'll see the buttons. Then you can join, if you want to know when I go live about skincare and skincare ingredients, you can join the lab. And then if you want to know when I go live about attracting clients, also if you want tips and stuff sent to your email this month, join the Salon Tea. For sure, it's going to be lit. No, it really is though, because I have a lot planned for you guys. If you found this information useful, you have 2 things that you can grab. Actually, 3 things. One you can grab for free is the Attract Clients. It's a Attract Clients guide. Helps you attract clients, and literally, people use this and they can make money that day because they just start doing some of the things on there. And they will. I have one client, she booked a conference from those tips. So definitely recommend getting that. Click the link in the bio, it's free. I also put on sale the Employee to Salon Suite checklist. So that checklist is for like the business stuff that you need. When I was starting, like I was working at somewhere before I opened up 3B Waxing, and there were other people around me opening, and I had a meeting with one of the girls that had already opened, and she gave me like a list of things that I needed to open, like your seller's permit and different things like the business stuff that you need, and broke it down of why I needed it. And then once I did it, I learned like some other stuff I needed, and I found like, oh, this is gonna be very useful to have. And so I created that checklist, and I put that checklist on sale. It's on sale if you click the link in the bio. It's the first button. And then the third thing that you may want to grab is the mini course, which is going to go into in depth with a lot of the stuff and more on attracting clients, especially you're just starting or you are going from working somewhere and then you are planning to open, because no one knew I was opening when I was working somewhere else. I kept it on the low, but I was doing all this stuff. I had talked to that girl, but she didn't really tell anyone that we had met up. I think by then she had left, but it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm trying to get into details when it doesn't even matter. But so you may want to grab those. The mini course is a significant sale right now, and it will be on sale until tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. So the second one is rebooking your clients to the next appointments. Now, I know you hear all the time, oh, rebook, it should be rebook. But when I talk to people, because I talk to estheticians, cosmetologists, massage therapists, they're not actively rebooking. If you don't actively rebook and you feel comfortable, let me know what your fears are or why you're not rebooking, or what some of the things the clients say that discourage you from continuing to work on rebooking. If you feel comfortable, I don't judge anyone on how they are. I'm an educator, so I used to do this for a company, on teaching people how to rebook their clients. And so I can help you specifically. I'll talk about rebooking, but if someone has something specific, we can do it right now on live. This is basically what I do on Pick My Brain Calls, is help you get through it. So if you have a trouble rebooking, I'm not a judge. I don't be judging. But you need help with something, let me know. But I'll just go into rebooking if no one has anything. So what I hear from estheticians is that there's a few things they hear about. They don't want to sound pushy. They're a little afraid of rebooking. They're just kind of expecting the client to rebook, which if you're good at what you do, your clients will rebook you. But the benefit of rebooking when you're in the salon is you have guaranteed money on your books for the future. And you kind of have a plan that you can look at, like, okay, this is what my books look like. This is how much money I'm going to make. This is how busy I am. It just gives you a lot of information, which will help you increase your money. So then you know how much you have to advertise, or how many new clients you need to try to get in. It's just a good indicator if you can get people to rebook. Also, if you get them in the habit of rebooking, they're used to consistently seeing you. And so just from habit, they're used to seeing you. So you're going to have consistent money on your books. So if no one has, I'm not going to talk too much on rebooking if everyone's pretty much good with that. But that is something I see that people are afraid of. And I do have scripts and stuff that you can say to make it easier. So it doesn't sound like you're pushing people, but I definitely recommend getting everyone on your books. Then once you can do that, you need to try to get people on your books for 3 to 4 appointments out. So I'm not going to go too farther in it because it doesn't seem like people really need it. You guys are good at rebooking. So yeah, that will increase your income for sure. The last one I have for you is products. You guys know I've talked about products. I talk about it all the time. Especially in 2020, I was like, everybody needs to have products because you need to be selling products while you're not seeing clients. I'm currently not seeing clients right now by my choice, and I'm over here packing orders. Everybody needs to have products, but you can have products and not be great at retailing. I have gotten messages of people who have started their product line, but they don't know how to retail. So we work on retailing. So one of the big things that I see is that people just don't want to feel salesy. You have to get the sales mentality out of your mind. Hey Les, welcome back to the 3B Waxing Show. I did the announcement earlier. I don't know if you know. I'm working on the pads today, but I will send them out tomorrow. So you can't think of selling as you're selling. You have to think of it as educating your clients. And this mentality that I started to use really helped me when I was first retailing. Like, I've actually been really good at retailing for even before I was an esthetician. But what really helped me get comfortable is saying I'm doing this person a disservice if I don't offer them the product. So I truly believe that what I do helps people's self-esteem. It helps their confidence. Because they feel good about themselves, they can do things better in the world. Not only do my services do that, but I have the education to create products or retail products for my clients that help them with their confidence and their skin and all that stuff that will help them. And I feel like that's my purpose. If I do not offer a client a product that I believe that can help them, or suggest a product that I have to them, then I feel like I'm not fulfilling my purpose. I'm not doing a great job. And if you can adopt that mentality, it helps a lot. I've had to work on adopting that mentality for helping estheticians, because I felt like weird, offering services in the beginning. But I was like, I pay a lot of money to learn this stuff. I also spend a lot of time with this and getting experience. I should offer these services if it's going to help people make money. So you should help people. You should offer services if you believe that it will help them with their skincare. So that's the psychology of it, I guess, is the mindset of it. But let's go into a script, because I love me some scripts. Because what you can do is you can just write down the script and then make it your own and make it sound like you. So let's say does anyone want to give me an example of what they do? Like what service they do the most? I can give you a live example. You guys are quiet. Say, I'm on here. I can help you. I know you guys are probably busy, but what is a service that you do a lot of, and then and I can give an example of retailing it. Because I could do a Brazilian one, I could do a brow one, I could do any one, even of industries I'm not in, but I want to help you guys as much as possible. So if you have a service that you do a lot of, then I'll do a script for that. Basic facial. Boom! Thank you. Okay, I'm going to give you a script on the spot. Okay, so basic facial. I've learned a lot of stuff about retailing facials. I'll give like the basic way to retail. If you want to retail one product. So you're doing the facial. I find my clients really like that I explain everything. So in the beginning of the facial, I will say, this is what I'm doing. I explain everything. Or to upgrade a facial. Oh, for a facial upgrade? Okay, let's do that. So she said she has a basic facial, but say she has some type of upgrade for a different type of facial. So it's not a retail product, but it's still the same thing. It's still increasing your money. So whether it's retail product or an upgrade for a facial, it's increasing your money. And the good thing about this is kind of like what we talked about, adding the service. It kind of goes into all those categories, is because this person will continue to get that type of facial. So we're doing a basic facial. So one thing I do is I explain everything I'm doing. So I'm like, okay, so the reason why, let me back up. I explain everything that I'm doing. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I'll say in the beginning, this is what I'm going to do. I go out and talk about the whole facial that I'm about to perform, and every product I'm going to use and why I'm using it. And I say, if you want me to be quiet during the facial, I don't say this all the time. Like, I kind of read people's vibes, so just take it as it is. You use what you need to use. Because it depends on who I'm doing, and, when I first started, I would say, oh, let me know if you want it quiet, but now I kind of just feel the vibe. But I'm like, I just like to explain everything that I'm doing so you know the benefits to your skin. So I explain the whole thing. I tell them that. And then I don't know what kind of upgrade of a facial she's doing, but I will think of like we used to have at one of the places I worked at is like a gold mask. It was like a $25 upgrade. And I'll give you a script for it. This is not my favorite upgrade to do, to be honest with you, with facials, but it does work. It works, it makes you money, it's just not my favorite. But use it, and then if your favorite thing is facials and upgrades, then make the money. So I would say I'm gonna do this mask. Like in the beginning, I would tell them what I'm gonna do. Because I don't like to offer an upgrade in the middle of a facial when somebody's relaxed, even though it probably is the better time to do it because they're relaxed. I don't always do that. It happens by naturally for me, but I don't always do that. So I will say, while I'm talking about what I'm doing, I will say, oh, I'm going to use this mask on you. It has this, this, and this. So I'll give the benefits, like, of the basic facial. Really, this is where you're starting to sell. Really, you need, and I would give them it's like gunshots or something. It's not gunshots, it's just fireworks, but dang. I would give them the benefits of the new facial. So let me explain that. So I'll be like, I'm going to perform this mask on you at the end. That's going to help with the lines. It's going to help build your collagen. It's also going to help with your hyperpigmentation. Really, though, you need something a lot stronger, and you should start getting this gold mask upgrade. So whether you get it today would be great because it would start you out and we get started on, working on that. But if you don't start today, eventually we need to get to that so we can target whatever problems they have with their skin. Is that helpful? That's the script to get someone to upgrade. It's one of the scripts to get someone to upgrade to. I use the example of a mask because we didn't have like different facial types, but you would just use the same formula. Like, you need this. This is why you need it. You can get it today, which will be better, but I say you can get it today, and if they're a little hesitant, I'd be like, if you don't get it today, eventually you will need to get it. Is that helpful? Does that make sense? Let me know. Let me know if any of this was helpful, useful, because I will base my content on this type of information. Like if you prefer the scripts or if you prefer the she said yes, thank you. You're welcome. Okay, cool. Because I can do script information, or I can do like the psychology behind it. But it's good to know where your stumbling blocks are, so that way I can help you with getting to rebook. Because the whole goal is to getting you to make more money through rebooking, adding services, and selling products. Would it also be sort of the same for vajacial after Brazilians for aftercare? Let me read that again. I read that fast. Oh shoot, I gotta go. Would it also be sort of the same for vajacial after Brazilians for aftercare? Yep. So I was doing because I wasn't offering, I was just doing it to the client, to a few of my clients, vajacials. I was like, this is how I introduced it because I was new to it and I had bought some new products and I was like, hey, I would love to try a vajacial on you. I haven't done them. I haven't done them before, but I know it's going to help lighten your skin, or it's going to help you with ingrowns. insert whatever they're dealing with. Since I'm trying it, I'm offering it at a discounted price. Do you have time? Can we do it now? That's literally the script that's basically what I said. It changed different wording for different clients, but yeah, you use that script for vajacials, and then you can be doing vajacials after Brazilians, and it really is easy. Once you get the mindset of like, everything I do is to help the client. Like, yeah, you are making money in return, but you're getting that in return for helping that client feel confident. So then it just gets easy. Then you're just like, and sometimes you just have to go over it. Like, I have to go over, like, I'm helping that person improve their skin. So I got to show up. All right. So that's all I got. I got to go. This live will stay up, and yesterday's live will stay up. All the lives for December will not stay up. So make sure you are on the Salon T to know when I go live. And then if you are working on your building your clientele or about to start, I'm going to highly recommend the mini course. I'm very excited for you. She said thank you. You are so welcome. Yeah, so look forward to seeing you. I will be live. I will probably be live more than the Wednesday through Friday, just because I really want to help you guys. Yay. I really want to help you guys start, because if you start now implementing this stuff, by in December, you'll make more money, you'll have more money, and then you'll have more clients, and then you'll roll into January on the quote unquote slow month. But I don't think, if you do these things consistently, so you won't have a slow month, because then you have all your regular clients that are used to being rebooked, they're used to getting their services, they're used to purchasing products. So you're just like, it's clockwork. Boom. So I will see you tomorrow, and have an amazing evening.